What's good, YouTube? It's Rage Real. So in today's video, I want to show you guys one of the best plays in wild trips pats in Madden 24. So if you enjoy this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn those post notifications on. So I am in the Patriots offensive playbook. Again, I'm in the Patriots offensive playbook. Now, you also can find this formation in the Raiders offensive playbook. So just make sure you're either in the Patriots or the Raiders. And I believe it may be in the Bills. I'm not sure. I think Bills have different plays as far as their wild trips pats. But anyways, one thing I do want to say is that if you're interested in any ebooks at all, make sure you visit my website, allthingsmadden.com. The link to that is in the description. So if you guys are new around here, I love doing current gen and I love doing next gen, but I've been heavy on next gen. So if you want current gen content, please go to my community tab and go look at the poll that I posted and make sure you vote for current gen. As of right now, I'll be pushing out a whole lot more next gen content. Now, also, you guys know my channel. If you don't know my channel by now, I love to show you guys in depth exactly how to run things, but I'm gonna do better by providing a setup within like the first maybe 5 minutes of the video. Just so you guys who just want the setup and want to dip, that's cool. I appreciate you stopping by. And I'm trying to hurry up and get this set up to you. And for those of you guys that rock with me or those of you guys that are invested in this formation, I'm gonna take the time to break down why I love this setup and what to actually read versus every defense that you're gonna see when you play this. So that way you understand how to dominate. Last thing is, at the end of this video, I will have gameplay. It's gonna be about a minute long, so if you want to skip there and look at it, or if you just want to watch all the way through and look at it, the gameplay is about a minute long. You're gonna see how this looks in actual game. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video, and we're gonna go ahead and dive right into this. So personnel, we're not gonna talk about. We'll talk about it when we get there. But the play that we're gonna take a look at today is gonna be this corners play. Now, I'm thinking about making like a little series where I kind of dive into every play in here, or I may just throw it all in one ebook. I haven't decided yet, but I'm for sure gonna make an ebook on wild trips pats. Is my favorite formation in the game. My OGs know that I've been with this formation since Madden. I think it was 21, Madden 2021, something up in there. But anyways, I chose dime normal because it is a meta defense now, when we was rocking it before it was meta, to be real. You guys go back, look at the history, you'll see me using this defense right here. Still really good. I am gonna do an updated ebook on this soon for Madden 24 at least. So make sure you guys stay tuned with that. So anyways, I'm gonna show you guys some man coverage, what to do versus man blitz. I'm gonna show you guys what to do versus cover 4 palms or any match style defense. So any match, and cover 2, and we're gonna come out in just your regular old cover 3. Okay, so when you run this play, you want to make sure that your 3 receivers are to the wide side. Now there is a setup that I like that I'll talk about in a second, where we're gonna have this guy right here, our solo wide receiver, on the wide side. But for now, we're only gonna focus on having our 3 receivers to the wide side. Now, for the setup, so those guys that want to dip, you can dip. What we're gonna do is, whoops, that was my fault. I got 2 controllers and I accidentally hit the wrong button. So let's go ahead and set that right back up. Let's go back to cover 3 buzz press, and then we're going to talk about corners right here. All right, so for the setup, you're gonna take circle. You want to put them on a fade. I personally love the fade. You'll see why in a second. So we'll put them on the fade. You want to block our running back. Oh, excuse me, not blocking. You want to take your running back, put them on an out to the 3 receiver side. So out to the right, and then take square, put them on a streak. Now this is the first setup. So I'm just gonna take you through the setups that I plan on doing in this video. This is the first setup right here. So let's go and reset. Now let's go ahead and move the ball here, because this is gonna be our second setup. Now this second setup I love versus man coverage in particular. What we're gonna do is we're gonna block our running back, and then I like to take R1, just put them on a streak, and then we're gonna run it pretty much like this versus man coverage, and our reads are gonna be X, and then our reads are gonna be square. Don't worry, I'm gonna go more in depth in this in a second. I just want to get some of these setups out the way. Now another setup that I like to do, we're gonna take triangle, we're just gonna put them on a swing route, and that is all that we're gonna do on this one. And again, I'll explain these setups here in a second. Just want to give them to you guys for those of you guys that would just want to try them out yourself. All right, so that's pretty much. There's gonna be other ones that I'll talk about as the video goes along, but just as a quick one, those are the 2 for those of you guys that want to dip. I truly appreciate you stopping by. Seriously though, I appreciate you. But for those of you guys that are still here and invested, let's go on and continue with this. So we're gonna go over the first setup. We're gonna take circle, put them on a fade. We're gonna take triangle, put them on an out to the strong side or to the 3 receiver side. Square on a streak. Now this is our first setup. Let me show you why we like this. So we like this versus every single zone coverage. I didn't need a ton of time in the pocket, so I wasn't worried about spying people. This is all Madden practice mode also, so block sheds are gonna just be absolutely crazy. But let's kind of dive into why this is a great setup. So first of all, this works versus every single zone coverage in the game. And what's going to happen is the streaks is going to clear out any deep zones, any of them. And what happens here is that the CPU right here is going to have to choose between our corner route and our running back coming into the flats. And if they zone drop, which a lot of people will, this guy will be somewhere up in here or somewhere up in here, and we'll be able to just throw this ball right here, right now. Now, the good part about this play is that the user has to guard this or he has to guard this every single time. So what happens here is that this route is ran so good that it's going to be able to climb, and you could throw this ball wide open right here for an easy completion, which I'm going to go ahead and show you that again so you can see just how easy this completion is. Hopefully I get enough time in the pocket just be able to step up, make something happen. And you can tell right there, it's just going to get wide open literally every single time versus cover 3. And I'll show you also with cover 2 as well. So keep in mind, we're going to be able to throw that corner out as much as we want to. This is just more so me trying to buy some time real quick. Let's see how well we can do. We cannot buy any time right there, but we'll go and replay real quick because it's not so much about me throwing the ball. I just need you to see how these routes progress. So this route right here, you will have every single time as long as he gets out the line cleanly. And the reason why you'll have this every time is because this tight end route, it's a post. So anytime you have a post or a streak, anytime you have that concept of post streak, is going to force those hook zones and those vertical hooks to back up. They have no choice unless they zone drop these two guys to play at 0 or 5. You'll have this throw right here every single time if the user does not guard it. Okay, so you can easily dump this. You don't need to wait on this route, and you don't need to wait on this one. Now, the reason you want to put this guy right here on a fade is because you want him to release outside. And if he releases outside, a lot of times you can actually throw this ball quick up in here depending on who you have at receiver and depending on if they have zone chucks on or not. It just depends on them. But it's a good option. Now, this is cool because what happens is he'll pull down, and depending on if they zone drop him or not, you'll be able to throw this. Now, if they don't zone drop, you can actually dump this ball down if this is a user. Because most of the time, the user will kind of be up here and he'll rally to this most of the time. So it's just one of my favorite things to do. Now, quickly, you started to see that left side route progress. I want to go ahead and show you that real quick. Just so you can see exactly what that's going to look like. So again, the double streaks or double fades, whichever one you want. Triangle, we're going to put them on that out route. So we're going to try to buy some time here, and then as you work the pocket, you'll be able to see we'll be able to climb straight over the top of that normal cloud. So if they're playing any type of zone drops, then we'll be able to dump this ball down to our running back. Does that make sense? So quickly, I just want to show you against match coverage and let you see how it looks versus just cover 4 palms. And then if we have time, I'll show you some other match coverages, but please make sure you're running this yourself, okay? But I'm gonna try to buy some time in the pocket, see what we can do. Of course I didn't, but dude, I swear, practice mode, I don't know why, if you don't have like a if you don't have just a dominant offensive line, it's really hard to buy time in practice mode. But I probably could have just stepped up and went straight ahead. But anyways, this is gonna kill every single match coverage because these quarters, their assignments versus match are gonna be the same. Just know that we're gonna push too deep every single time, which means that this guy right here is gonna clear every single time. And normally, if it's like different type of matches, sometimes the quarter flats will match here. It just depends. Now, if the quarter flat matches here, that means that this guy right here is going to be wide open every single time. And normally, this will be your user right here. He's going to be on a 3-rec, and when this happens, he's going to have to jump this route because he'll think that he'll have help over here if he lets it go. And so as long as you have time in the pocket, this throw right here would be your best friend, to be honest with you. It'd be your best friend. All right, I wanted to save this more towards the end, so let's talk about 2-man under. So I would not run this play versus man, okay? Just so I can say it again. I would not, if I see man coverage, I'm not picking this play like that. You know, this is more so zone and match killers, but you can win against man coverage, all right? So, man coverage, if I was you, I would put my best receiver here. So, my boy JJ, I would put here because we need to win on this corner route. So, the bad thing is we can't motion anybody because of that auto running back route. So, you can't motion anybody at all. So, I would put versus man, I would put my best receiver here, and I would put my second best receiver here. Now, if you want to run it to the wide side versus man, you want to block your running back, take square. Excuse me, you're not gonna be able to see it because it's messing up, but take square, you put them on an out route. In route. So square right here, the solo receiver, you're gonna put them on the in route, and then I like to run it just like this, where we have him on the in route, our running back blocking, he's on the post, he's on this little corner, and he's on his drag route. So what's going to happen here is that we're going to be able to read the in route to X, and then we're going to have circle that we can read. So I do like to look at the corner route at first, but it's not a man-beating corner route, okay? So don't get confused and think this is a man-beating corner route. It's just, if you have a great matchup, this is a really good route to win against. But notice here, I believe that's Humphreys, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so Humphrey's going to be just all over Osborne. So you want somebody who can run a great route, if that makes sense, because it can get open. You just need somebody who can win. That's all. So if you have that, then this play is really good. If not, there's another setup that I like. So again, this route right here is actually pretty good versus the tight end. It just sucks whenever they play deep half safety. So if you have a great matchup and they're playing this style of man coverage, there is another setup I like to do. So we're going to take triangle. We're going to put them still on the out route, but we're going to take square, put them on a streak. It's the same looking setup, I know, but I like to take R1 and put him on a streak as well. So what we're going to do is clear both of those deep half safeties, and then we're going to have an easy underneath read between triangle and circle, while still kind of peeping X, just peeping him just to see if he can win or not, right? So again, oh, and that was actually match. My bad, that was match. But you can tell that setup right there was still kill match coverage, which is why I try to tell y'all this play is just really crazy. But we'll go to man coverage. That was my fault. I'm gonna spy two guys just to have a tiny bit of time in the pocket to be able to show you how this gets open. But again, we're gonna take circle. I still like to put circle, excuse me, not mess with circle, leave him on the drag. R1 is the guy I'm thinking of. Streak, and then streak square, and then triangle, put them on an out route to the right side. So here it goes right here. So again, you want to peep X, and then peep triangle, and then peep circle, and then, you know, peep R1. So that's kind of like the read progression you want to use. So again, this is all Madden practice mode, so they're just going to kind of bag some routes, but this route right here really is a good man-beating route. Notice how he sticks his foot in the ground, he runs, but this is the second time they've done this where they kind of bump into him. That doesn't happen in game. In game, they're going to allow him to run it correctly, where he actually gets in front of him and gets good position, and you can tell it's that type of route because look at how he starts to run away, which is what we want in our man-beating post route. So anyways, this is good just because we're going to see what their safeties are doing with these two streaks, and they're going to push those safeties back. So you're banking on the fact that this guy beating his man with this setup. And then we're going to be able to keep the user busy with these underneath routes. And also we have two separate routes going. So one of our guys is normally going to win. Now in all Madden practice mode, they're going to get bagged, but in game, one of your guys is going to win. I promise you that. One of them are going to win. Unless you just have a terrible team. But anyways, I want to go over this other setup that I wanted to show you guys. This is one of my favorites, but it doesn't work as well as it used to in years past. All we're going to do is take triangle. We're going to put them on a swing route. And I love this actually versus your normal man stubber cow. So if we talk about man blitz, this is where I start using this type of principle with this route. So for the man blitz, whoever this guy is needs to be your best route runner. So if you think about it, I would put maybe my number 2 right here or my number 1. I wouldn't have I think that's N'Keal Harry. I wouldn't have him running this route. So your read progression is, if they're going to man blitz, just go ahead and block your running back. You don't need to swing them. But your read progression is very simple. We're going to read between square first, and then we're going to look at X, and then we're going to look at circle. So if they're man blitzing you and they're man pressing, you're for sure certain that there's no high safety, like a 2 deep safety. You want to take R1 and just go ahead and put them on a fade or a streak, because we're going to count on this guy winning. So we're going to look here first if we notice there's no safety. If they're man blitzing, we're going to look here to see if we get a win animation off the line. If we don't, we're going to get our eyes back to square and then read from circle to X. I mean from X to circle, excuse me. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. So maybe we kind of step up. And like I said, right there, we didn't really get a win animation, but it depends on who you have running that route. But again, we'll take a look at it because everything happens fast with this play, okay? So again, you kind of want to have your eyes go here and see if you get to win animation. Now if your eyes go here first, look what you'll see. You'll see the safety blitz, and I had to tell you, hey, it's all out man blitz. So that point, we want to get our eyes to see if the user is here or if the user runs out here. Normally the user will kind of bait in the line and then come out and cover this tight end route. And look at the tight end route. I was trying to tell you, look at how you can cook man coverage. You can throw this ball easily right here, but you want to get your eyes here and see, and then you want to come back and look here and see who gets a win animation. And last second ditch effort is coming back to this route as a last second ditch. And most of the time this doesn't happen unless they just have a great cornerback on him. Most of the time that doesn't happen. Most of the time he'll actually just continue running this route. So again, I took the time right there to make sure you understand completely how to look at this play versus man coverage. All right, so There is another setup. Technically, I don't run it as much, but if you're that worried about the man blitz, let's just say real, I tried doing the setup you just showed me. I just don't have time in the pocket, right? There's technically another setup. All you have to do, if you want a max pro, I don't like max pro, and I don't like only having 3 routes out. That's just me personally. I feel like I can just beat your man coverage just by making a quick read. But if you're not good at making quick reads, you definitely can use a setup like this. It's very simple but very effective. You just want to make sure this is your number 1 receiver and this is your number 2 receiver. You want to make sure this is your best route runner, because this route is not a man beating corner route, but this one right here is a man beating corner route. If you kind of look, you can tell one is ran different than the other, and it's because this one's more designed for man coverage, this one's more designed for zone. So just be very, very careful. You're taking a gamble here, but that's for the people who just run man blitzes religiously, and then they're going to do this number here where they're just going to grab him, walk him down, and then, you know, user either this guy or user this guy. This is for those type of people who want to hover the gap right here, and they want to say, I could just send this blitz faster than you can make a read. That's these type of people. So I love this setup for those type of people, because we're just going to bank on the fact that we're going to win one of our matchups. Okay, one of them we're going to win. One of them. We just have to win once. That's all. So even if it's there, you know, so notice how right there we throw it right out the break. Boom. We win our matchup. That's how you're going to beat this style of defense. You're going to force them to not want to sit here and do this all day where they just don't have safety help. And they're just going to say that, hey, I can get there before you can make a read. Because like I'm telling you exactly what's going to happen. They're going to start here, and then they're going to either run backwards and cover nothing, or they're going to take off either this way or they're going to take off this way. And when they do that, you're just going to throw it opposite. That's all you're going to do. And you're just going to have to pray. Honestly, it's a prayer that this guy is a really great short route runner. So whoever your best short route runner is, this is where I would put here. So whoever gets has the best, you know, whoever can get off press the best, as you would be recommended to go here. All right, because you need this guy to actually win on his route to be able to help you out. But I believe that's everything I wanted to give y'all. Let me think real quick. I believe that's everything. Now, last thing I want to do before I go into gameplay, it's only like a minute or so gameplay. So if you guys are still here, that means you are pretty interested in this offense. So quickly, I just kind of want to show you what it looks like versus other match coverages, just in case you guys were just curious. So we'll do a cover 4 quarters there, and then we'll do cover 6. I think I've seen it. So we'll do cover 4 quarters and we'll do cover 6. I already did cover 4 palms, but I'll come out in it anyways. And I'm just going to use the setup that I gave you guys at first, and then it's just going to be very quick, and then we'll go right into gameplay. And I truly appreciate you guys. So hopefully we can get some good pocket presence here. Notice how that safety actually did a great job of playing it. That can happen from time to time, but like I said, with this particular play, we're always going to have somebody wide open. No matter how the CPU plays it, we're always going to have somebody. So it's always going to be either this guy or it's going to be this guy, just by design of it, because it's zone coverage and we're, you know, flooding them. Now, every now and again, depending on how fast this guy is, it can push him back more and more. So if he's not fast enough, a lot of times the cornerback will kind of sit back. But if that scares you, you can actually just throw this ball here and get like a little a possession catch, which I'm gonna go ahead and show you that just so you can see it. I'm trying to hurry up so this video isn't too long. So I appreciate you guys with your patience if you guys are still here rocking with me. So anyways, here we go right here. So again, what I was trying to tell you is that we can throw this ball right up in there. You can get a little possession catch. So anytime I tell you that, hey, you can throw the ball right up in here, that's what I'm talking about. So I just wanted to show you, just in case you were like, I don't know about that. So anyways, this guy can push him, but it's the same thing as last time. You just have to look for it. You have to aim this ball kind of down here, and then you'll be able to get a nice little possession catch animation. But anyways, quickly moving forward, let's talk about let's go back to cover 4 quarters, because I actually didn't talk about cover 4 quarters. So I won't go into replay on these. I'll just kind of just show you what they look like. Look at triangle, look at R1, and then X is gonna do the same exact thing, literally the same exact thing. It almost looked like I ran palms, but I promise you I was in cover 4 quarters. But cover 6 is gonna be the last thing before I show you the gameplay, and I'll quickly go into replay on cover 6 just because it's something new. Look at triangle and then look at R1. Actually, I don't even got to go and replay and then look at X. If they run cover 6, they're just cooked, honestly. But I'm gonna show you guys a little minute or so gameplay at the very end. So I'm probably not gonna commentate over it, so just kind of watch it if you're interested in it. I truly appreciate you guys. I really pray you have a great day. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.
Chucky got the sauce.
go.